What's up, YouTube? This is Randy at Breaking Bad Bulls. We got Skylar confirmed, so she is indeed pregnant. The ultrasound revealed that indeed she is carrying puppies. During the ultrasound, if you ever had your dog ultrasound, they won't be able to tell the actual count, how many actual puppies are there. That happens typically 10 days before she gives birth. So I'm expecting we'll know the count when she's about 10 days or maybe 5 days before she gives birth. So we try to get close to that birth date to know the count of the puppies. And once I do know that, I will let you guys know that first. Today I really want to talk about, living with your Frenchies and what I typically do with them. You see my earlier videos. They get exercise, twice a day with a rope. Then inside, just to relax. Right now, they're really turned on, We're inside playing. We're probably going to go back inside soon. So I want to just show you guys what I do when I'm playing with them outside and going back inside. Skylar, she's getting so round, guys. Look at her. Look at her belly. She's there with Mimi Girl. All right, let's go, guys. Let's go back inside. Whoop. They got it back inside there. Got the rope. So yeah, so after I'm done playing with them, I just, get them back inside and open the door for them. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Come on, Skylar. Mimi, go. Mimi outside. Come on. Let's go, girl. Come on. There she goes. The other topic I really want to discuss is about a month ago, Gus was on the dog food Victor, but they discontinued that due to a recall. So what I ended up doing was switching them over slowly to Purina Pro Plan. I did a few reviews. I read a few reviews on Purina Pro Plan, and it looks like it's a good dog food to switch to. So it was between Purina Pro Plan and going to Royal Canin French Bulldog dog food. But I decided to switch both of them, switch Gus to Purina Pro Plan. I think it's really important that when you do switch French Bulldogs, there's Mimi Girl there. She just wants to go back outside. It's really important that, you switch them really slowly. What I mean by that is I get a small bag and I'll show you. Come on, guys, let's go upstairs. Come on. So going upstairs here, let's see the actual bag that I use. So what I typically do is I'll buy a smaller bag of dog food. And this one's the one I chose. Purina Pro Plan, small breed. I read some good reviews about it. And that's what made me decide to go with this and instead of the Royal Canin. And this dog food right here is for Mimi Girl, and that's Royal Canin puppy food. So it's really important that you break him in really slow to switching dog food. So he was in Victor for, since he was a year old. He was on Victor dog food and did really well. It was a dog food that my good friend, a breeder, American Bully breeder, recommended. He had a French Bulldog as well, and he recommended that I switch to Victor. Then I did that. He did really well, and for whatever reason that Victor had a recall on all their dog food. So that was about 2 weeks ago. Always wanted to make videos about it on switching dog food. So what I typically do is I'll buy a small bag when I know I'm about to switch, and you know me, guys, I don't like to switch dog food because it just really affects their tummies. And you can see the kibble for French Bulldogs, they need to be really small. And this one's really, really tiny, guys. Really, really tiny right there. And they're tiny, and because French Bulldog, their mouths are, since they're so flat, you really need dog food kibble to be really small. That way they could make it go down easier. They don't chew food, guys. French Bulldogs, they don't chew food. They swallow their food pretty much whole. So make sure when you do switch them to a small kibble, just like this. Small kibble. And switch them, incrementally. So what I would do is I would take a cup here and I would fill this up with the first day he was on here, Gus was. I would take that bag and just barely put this dog food in here, you know, just barely putting it in there. And this is how I transition any dog, especially French Bulldog. And the rest, I would put his old dog food, and gladly we had, you know, a little more dog food, Victor, before we heard about the recall, and that's what I would do. So the part mixture is, you know, it's about, you know, 1/10 of the actual amount that he was used. So it's in there, and I would mix it well. And I would do that, and incrementally every day, I would switch, or I would add more and more of this dog food to his current dog food, and just really watching him daily and how he's reacting to it. If he's pooping more or diarrhea, then I would peel back a little more on the new dog food that I'm transitioning him on, and maybe choose another one. But, you know, the first 2 days are going to be a real tell-all on how they're transitioning to the new dog food. So it's very, very important that you guys feed them when you're transitioning to incrementally, meaning a little bit. You know, a little bit goes a long ways, guys. So make sure you just feed them a little bit each time, and incrementally including more and more dog food for the next feeding. It takes about a week, you know, a week and a half for Gus to transition to this now. So he's pretty much transition to Purina Pro Plan now. And Skylar and Mimi, of course, they're on Royal Canin puppy food. You know, with pregnant females, it's really important that, and the vet will tell you this as well, to give them, you know, a high protein diet or food or kibble. And puppy food typically is higher in protein than an adult dog food would be. So every time I have a pregnant female, it's important that she only transitions to a high protein diet. And it's good for developing puppies inside of her. You know, it's good for her overall body. You know, there's a lot of vitamins, nutrients that the puppies will need. So it's really important to do that. So just really want to mention that, guys. You know, transitioning food, man, it was pretty difficult. But if you take your time, making sure that you pay attention to your dogs, watch their bowel movements, you know, look at their stool, making sure that, you know, it's not too hard, it's not too soft, it's not running, all these things, what you look for. You guys live with your dogs, you know exactly how their stool should look like, and at least I do. I pay attention to that. There's Gus looking at the mailman. That's a mailman, Gus. Leave him alone. He's delivering mail. So, you know, transitioning to food, pay attention. Number one, pay attention to their consumption, how much you give them. Number two, pay attention to their stool, making sure that, you know, it doesn't look weird, doesn't look off. If you think if it's too runny or too wet, then dial them back from that, and or maybe choose another brand. But I really don't like to switch on, switch off to different brands. You know, once I see one that's working fairly well, I'm probably gonna stick with that and keep doing that. Merry Christmas, guys. I know it's December, and I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. We have our Christmas tree up here with our Frenchies. There you go. And I just want to really update you guys on Skylar. You know, she's confirmed, guys. I'm really excited about that. So we expect the due date for Skylar to be January 10th to January 13th at the latest. So that's 63 days, 65 days from the time they've tied to the expected due date. So I'll document the process. Typically, when you have any dog that ties naturally, and if you bring them to the vet and you tell them that you want a C-section, they probably won't do a C-section and recommend that you have the puppies naturally. They told us that last time on Skylar's first litter. So she had her puppies naturally. One of the main reasons the vet said that she could probably have them naturally is, you know, she has a smaller head, you know, and the vet expected that those pups will have smaller head to pass without any issues. And, you know, for the most part, she was right. You know, the pups came up healthy. We did have one puppy that didn't make it. I think it was stillborn. So, and the other 4 made it. So we were happy about that. We're really lucky. So this time around, you know, we're going to do the same thing. She's going to have it naturally, guys. There's not too many videos out there that has French Bulldog females that's of age to have natural birth, and I'll document that for you guys. So make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe to this channel. You know, I just really want to document what I'm going through, and hopefully it'll help you guys out there. If you get a French Bulldog or thinking about breeding French Bulldogs, having natural birth versus C-section. You know what, I'd rather have a C-section. But you know what? If she did it once, you know, she proved to me that she can have natural birth. The second time around, we'll do the same thing. And, you know, I was there from the time the first puppy was born and delivered to the last. I was there with her, so that's what we've gotten really close. So I'll document that journey for you guys, and hopefully, you know, everything, God willing, everything be good, and all the puppies come out healthy in January. Thank you for all the comments, likes, and subscriptions with the channel. You know, I just really want to document what I go through all the time. You know, I'm new to French Bulldogs. We can all learn together. You know, again, like I said before, this channel is dedicated to, you know, French Bulldogs lovers, owners, breeders that's new or old or seasoned in this breed. You know, this is my lifestyle. These dogs are part of my family. They're with me all the time, and I love them to death. You know, I love them so much, and I just really want to show, you know, our viewers that, you know, you can care for your dogs. You care for them like they care for you, and you know, that you feed them healthy, you take care of them, you look over them, and make sure that, you know, they're well. You know, they'll take care of you as well. So thank you again for subscribing with Breaking Bad Bulls. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share here, or follow us on Instagram at Breaking Bad Bulls. And let's learn together. If you have any questions, comments about the breeding, you know, the puppies for Skylar and Gustavo, DM me down below, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you may have. Again, Gus is up for stud. If you need him in your program, DM me or give me a call, 757-289-1096. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Again, this is just a short video. Wishing you guys a Merry Christmas. And we're out here breaking bad bulls. Woo!